Hey you guys, it is cold, man. So we're down here. I just went up to our local Country Boy Feed and Seed, bought some wheat straw. We got to go get our garlic covered up before tonight. We had a little, well, we didn't even have quite a frost last night. It was close. But tonight for sure going to have one, and then a freeze tomorrow. So let's go in here and get our garlic tops covered up. We'll put a little insulation on them. So this is just regular old baled wheat straw, real lightweight. But this will be like a blanket for our garlic. And then in another video we're going to do soon, we're going to top dress our lawn with some winter rye and also do some areas up along the driveway. So we'll have some pretty grass to look at this winter. That temperature is dropping fast. As you can tell, there's no clouds in the sky this evening. So that won't give us any insulation, and it's going to get down cold tonight. Heck, it's cold right now. I don't know what the temperature is, probably 40 something. But wintertime is upon us, y'all. We're gonna do our daylight savings time this weekend, which I absolutely hate. I think it's the stupidest thing ever, but anyway, that's another conversation for another time. Go ahead and get our bale cut open right here. And then this is what we're wanting to protect, all these green tops on our garlic. It's such a new growth till it would just be better if we get some wheat straw on top of it. Just give it a blanket for this cold night. And I just left grass roots a while ago, and they were doing a very similar thing to what we're doing right now. They were taking the frost blankets and covering up anything that had blooms on it, like, let's see, they were covering up the snapdragons, some of the newer, fresher pansies, even though pansies can take cold weather. Just covering up anything that was, you know, a little bit tender, trying to give it that little bit of insulation for when this cold does come. I wanted to film down there, but I had to do stupid paperwork, so I didn't get to go help all the guys cover up the shrubs and flowers. But now's the time. If you're gonna protect it, you got to do it like, well, right now. And it's just that simple. This is just gonna help, again, just to insulate. I know I've said that word 1,500 times, but that's all we're looking to do. Just give them a little bit of protection from the cold tonight. Everything else is doing really good. Let's take a look at it. Early cabbage looks beautiful. Don't see anything chewing on our leaves just yet. I do see a couple of holes in our broccoli on the leaves right here, so we'll come down with some BT like dipel. That's the organic let's see, is it a bacteria? Yeah, I think it's a bacteria that the caterpillar eats it. It clogs up their digestive tract and they die, but it's not a harmful chemical. But we may need to do that, mightn't we? Because we've got a couple broccoli leaves that look like monstera right here. And while we got the straw, let's go ahead and throw a layer of mulch onto our onion bins down here, because they've got some tender little green shoots sticking up too. My hands are cold, y'all. We're gonna have to go to the house, get us a fire going in the old wood stove. I'm making some chop suey for dinner tonight, so we can have us a nice big bowl of chop suey and sit by the fire and chill out and relax. And I believe I've got all the pipes drained at the house, so I think we're okay there. So I think we're in pretty good shape, and if any pipes didn't get covered up, well, we'll find out the hard way, unfortunately. Let's get this all nice and spread out, tuck them in for the cold night, and they'll be good to go. Something neat I was researching here lately. So in the big garden behind me, I used to grow collards for a lady down in Graniteville. Can't even remember her name, but I would grow collards for her, and she would make collard kraut just like Dad and I are gonna make here in about another month or so. And she never wanted the collards until frost, because she said the collards got sweeter. And I never really understood why until I started researching it here lately. And it's really cool and very interesting that the plants can almost make their own antifreeze. So what they do is take starches that they have stored up. When it does get cold, they turn their starches into sugars so that the cells in the leaves don't just bust and then the plant will die. So it really does make things like collards taste sweeter. So I thought that was a pretty neat way that plants have evolved to make like their own antifreeze. But knowing that, now you can wait till that frost and the collards will actually be sweeter naturally. Okay, we've got everybody in the containers all covered up and good to go. Let's run around to the house and let's go ahead and take this other bale of hay, or part of it, and cover up our garlic that we have growing in the raised bed at home. Here, I'll clip you guys to the truck and y'all can ride out here where it's nice and cold. That wind has been blowing today, you guys. As I was driving out the driveway earlier to go down to grassroots, all those golden hickory leaves were just falling down through the valley. The wind's subsided a little bit. Plus, where I live down here, we're kind of like down in a valley. So up on top of the hill where the sand mine is and all, it's really been, it has like some 40-mile-an-hour gusts up there. And of course, there's the birds because I've got the camera every single time. Never fails. But nonetheless, we're down here in this protected little bottom, but it does get daggum cold down here. I like this wheat straw because it's pretty lightweight, so I can just carry it with one hand. And now let's go around here and get these guys all tucked in for the cold night. Hydrangeas hung on through last night. Like I said, it didn't get quite down to frost, just right above it. But tonight, for what the weatherman says anyway, it's for sure going to happen. I'll tell you what, we'll go around here and bust this hay bale open because we've got this one area up above the raised bed that's not mulch, so this will kind of help with some weed suppression. But all of our onions, if you remember, we planted the soft necks here, and then our grocery store garlic right there. And man, we've got to get out here and harvest some greens soon. Oh, and I did want to show you guys, when I came out this morning to check on everything, yeah, look what's happening. We've got our broccoli starting to form. That little dude down there. So all of them have started to form their little broccoli heads. So it won't be very long now, and we'll be able to harvest some of that. So we'll go ahead and just cut this with our handy dandy Gerber pocket tool. Now whatever does fall down on the ground, like I said, we can use it as mulch. I was going to do it over there on that side, but I said that's stupid because then we're going to get straw all over our stone pathway. We're just going to simply come in here, spread it nice and thick. And since we've got the straw, we could just go ahead and put it, you know, wherever it's easily accessible. It'll look nice. This stuff's just going to break down and turn into organic food for the microbes and soil, so can't go wrong by doing this. And we just want to cover them nice and thick and just give them that nice blanket. And since we've got plenty, we can just kind of throw it up in here and spread out what's on the ground out here to keep it from washing. Throw some up around these potatoes, and then the tomato probably is not going to make it through the night, unfortunately. So, sorry, Mr. Roma Tomato. We'll see what happens to you tomorrow. We'll give you a little blanket anyway, but I don't think it's going to help. And I don't know how this big old coffee cups colocasia made it into our raised bed, to be honest. Did we plant him? I can't remember. It might have been in a container over there, and that was a pup, and I just threw it in the ground just to see if it would live in. It did, because he's nice and big now. Sorry for you too, buddy. It's time for you to go to sleep for a few months, and we'll see you again next summer. I'm just going to go on down this raised bed a little bit just to cover up that bald spot. We don't have to worry about our brassicas. Again, they make their own antifreeze. They'll be just fine. And there you have the finished product, my friends. So it should be as good as we're gonna get it to help those tender tops make it through either tonight or for sure tomorrow night's freeze. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I'm going to add some wood to the stove and get busy making some chicken chop suey. So as always, the more you know, the more you grow. We'll see y'all on the next video. Y'all stay warm.